Guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. Today we're going to be decluttering my foundations and my concealers. So before we get started, I just want to remind you that I've got a giveaway going. Check out the link in my bio once you've watched this video to enter. Okay, so I want to start off with foundations, and as you can see I do have quite a lot. Considering I hardly use any of these, fingers crossed I can get rid of some and kind of make my collection more compact and easy to grab. Because right now I'm finding that I'm using my Fit Me and my Urban Decay and I'm not gravitating towards anything else really. So yeah, definitely going to try and get these cut down a little bit. So first of all, MAC I don't use anymore. This is a Studio Fix foundation. It's too dark for me anyway, so I'm going to chuck this one. These are the three that I have been gravitating towards. So my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation in the shade 3.0. This is really great if you want full coverage. My Kiko Milano foundation in the shade Warm Beige 15. This is a really nice hydrating foundation. It gives you a nice coverage but a really kind of glowy finish. And my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 115. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, really buildable, doesn't have any flashback. So yeah, these three I've been really loving, so I'm going to keep these. I've got a sample here of the Maybelline Better Skin foundation in the shade Ivory. Now that doesn't look like ivory to me. This looks so much darker than my skin tone. This looks so much darker. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but try and look at this patch here compared to my arm. I would never have said that was ivory, so I'm going to chuck this one. I've got another sample here. This seems like a CC cream. I'm not even sure where I got this. Maybe from, oh, it's so light. Look at that. This one might have been from a beauty box or something. Oh my god, how white is that? That would never work on me ever, so I'll definitely get rid of this one. Here is an empty tub of Kiko Milano foundation, with a nice hair on it. I really actually love this foundation so much. This was in the shade 2, which was kind of my shade for day to day if I didn't have any fake tan on. So I'm really gutted that I finished this, but I definitely need to pick up another one in shade number 2. But right now I'm going to chuck this. Okay, next I have this foundation from Kiko Milano as well. This is in the shade number 3, which is the one that I use when I'm a little bit more tan. So I'm definitely going to keep this because I do love it. If you've seen my first testing Primark makeup video, side note, if you've not seen it, I'll leave it down below in the description box. But if you did see it, I tested out this awful foundation. It really was not good for me. Oh, look at that. It's got orange in it. Can you see that? How orangey it is. And it just, look how bumpy and disgusting it is. And this is what the top looks like. Ugh, I don't like it. I hate it so much. It's awful. So I'm definitely giving this away. Not giving it away, giving it away to the bin. I have my lightening and my darkening drops from the Body Shop. These are perfect to either contour with. This is an amazing contour, and then highlight your face. Or likewise, I like to lighten my foundation with this one. I've not really got the knack of darkening my foundation yet with this one. Sometimes it just looks a little bit too muddy. But yeah, these are really good, so I'm definitely keeping these. I put them in the foundation section because usually I use this one to lighten my foundation or to contour, but yeah, I'm just keeping them in this little section. This was a little sample of Urban Decay foundation. I think it was the Naked One and Done, is that what it's called? I might be wrong, but it's the one that's meant to give you very little coverage, like a BB cream. It didn't really work on my skin, so this sample will be off anyway. It'll be expired by now. But yeah, I'll just put that in the bin. I have the Lottie London foundation stick, and to be honest, this Lottie London, it didn't really work on my skin. I don't know if I used a beauty blender and I used a foundation brush, and it was kind of patchy, but when I'm blending it in there, it looks really nice. So I'll maybe try it again with maybe my fingers, because it's only new. I've only tried it once and it was £8, so that looks actually really good coverage there. What do you guys think? That hand compared to that hand, it's covered my veins quite well. So yeah, I think I'll give this one another go. I knew that the foundations and things was going to be hard. It's just going to be a lot harder than the other declutters were. But I feel like I'm doing a kind of good job. So next up I have the Body Shop All-in-One BB Cream. I've had this for ages. I remember having this I better take this foundation off first. I remember having this a couple of years ago when I went on holiday, and I think it's going to be expired now. It's just like a white, oh, I don't even know if there's anything left in it. Oh, whoopsie, I guess there was. It's just like a little moisturiser with the foundation, so it is a BB cream and it just adapts to the colour of your skin. Obviously I've just put far too much on though. Is it even adapting anymore though? Yeah, I think I'm going to pass this one along. It smells really bad as well, so it definitely has expired. If you are looking for a really nice BB cream though that's moisturising and the colour adapts, definitely check out this one from the Body Shop. I used it loads in the summer, like I say, a couple years back when I went on holiday. Because I got a tan on my face, I didn't really need to put on foundation, so I would definitely give this a little go. But I am putting it in the bin because it's definitely off. Okay, next up, the Collection Lasting Perfection foundation. This looks really separated in the tube, so I don't even know if this will still be okay. Looks quite dark as well. Like, is that even my skin tone? I don't think so. I think I'm going to pass this along because it's not separated, it's still quite good, but I never use this anymore. This is a foundation that I wore and bought for my wedding, which is the Maybelline Fit Me. I don't know what number it's in, but obviously this is the Fit Me packaging now. This was the old packaging, I think. I'm not sure if they still do the glass bottle, but I like the squeezy tube better. I don't really even know if there's anything left in this. No, I think it's empty, and I just didn't want to throw it away because it was the foundation for my wedding, wasn't it? Does anybody else get really sentimental about things like that? I'm just going to chuck it. I mean, I have wedding photos to remind me of my wedding, so I don't need this foundation, guys. I'm trying so hard not to hoard. Okay, so next I have Nars Sheer Glow. I was so upset about this foundation because, as you can see, this is definitely not my skin colour. I got this online, so it was really difficult to see what colour to get, and obviously this is not the right colour. I used it once and it was way too light for me. I even tried to like bronze it up, but yeah, it just did not work. So I know, I've even tried it with the darkening drops like I was talking about earlier, but these just make my foundation go grey. They don't darken it up. So I've literally used it once on my face, used it once on the back of my hand to try and darken it, and it does not work. I really don't want to throw it out though, because Nars is such an expensive foundation. Would anybody be interested in buying this? Because if you would, I mean, I wouldn't want to just give it away, but if anybody would want to buy this for like a discounted price, then message me on Instagram or on YouTube or something, or Twitter. Get in touch with me. All my links are going to be down below, and I'll maybe see if I can like arrange to get this sent to you. So I'm going to put this in the chuck pile just now, and none of my family are even this light skin, so I can't even give it to one of them. But yeah, message me if you're interested in buying this. This was a foundation from the Pound Shop, which I used to wear all the time back in the summer because it's actually quite a good foundation. Oh, it was always quite moussey, like this texture here, but I used to blend into the skin so well and give such a lovely coverage. I always used to get compliments on my skin as well, like when I used to wear it, but as you can see now it's kind of separated, like it's not going to blend in. It's only because it's old though. There's not a lot left in it anyway, so I'm going to chuck this one. Okay, we're getting down now. I'm definitely cutting down. I'm feeling very proud of myself. So I think I will definitely keep this one. This is my Kiko Milano Skin Evolution Foundation. It's in the shade 107 Creamy Beige. It's just like a nice pump foundation, and I wore this in the winter, I think, before I got my before I got the Urban Decay one, because it's like a nice comparable foundation in the terms of it's like thick and full coverage, so I'm definitely going to keep that. I have two foundations here from Bourjois. This one is the Healthy Mix Serum. I used to wear this all the time. To be honest, I don't know why I stopped. I always just get in a rut with my foundation and feel like I need to try something else. Is this maybe too light for me? I don't think so. I think that would be fine, like maybe in the winter months when my skin's a little bit lighter, but I could always like bronze up my face to make it a bit darker. So I think I'll keep that one. And then there's this one too, which is the Bourjois 123 Perfect CC Cream. I used to wear this again all the time and I just stopped. It was like 2 for £10 in Superdrug, which is why I got these two when I was looking for new foundations. This is really nice as well. I think I'm going to start using these foundations more, maybe like for work, like for every day. Keep this one too. I've got these two foundations for Rimmel. These are the Rimmel Last and Finish and the Rimmel Stay Matte. I'm pretty sure that this Stay Matte one goes far too dry on my skin, because although I've got a little bit oily skin, I also have some dryness, and I think this is far too drying on my skin. Even feeling it, it's kind of like a moussey formula. No, I just don't think this is going to work. It's also like quite pinky undertoned, so I'm definitely going to pass this one along. This is almost a full tube as well. I think I bought it and used it like twice and never used it again. So my mum will be very happy when I give this to her. This one is the, like I say, Last and Finish one. This must be so old because I can't even remember the last time I used this. Let's have a little go. This actually looks really good though. It's yellowy undertones, which is good for my skin. And it feels quite thick as well. I can't even remember how this one is meant to go on. It's been so long since I've used it. So I actually think I'm going to keep this, give it a little go again and see how well it does. And then I'll decide obviously if I want to chuck it or keep it. I have the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundation. This is a skin transforming foundation in the shade Ivory. Again, can't remember the last time I used this. Oh, I think this is too dark. Again, it's like Ivory. Is that what I had? Oh yeah, look, that's a little tester that I had of this product, and that was an Ivory too. I just think that that is far too dark. Like, come on, that is not Ivory. I don't even have the lightest skin either, and Ivory is a really light shade. Like, no, I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. I'm going to have to give this away because that would never ever suit my skin tone. It is so much darker than my skin colour. Okay, I only have two left now. I've got the light yellow colour supplement from Lush, and this is really, really good actually. It does look quite light in the pan, well, in the little tub, but this can do many things for your skin. So this says it's multi-purpose base colour for paler skin types of predominantly yellow tone, which is me. Blend it with your face moisturiser to create your ideal tint, or use it straight for perfect cover. So I have used it, like they said, with my moisturiser to give me just a little bit of coverage when I'm maybe going for like a no makeup look. I've also used it like just right out the tub all over my face to give me really full coverage foundation, and also a little bit underneath my eyes to give me a bit of concealer. So I most likely use this as concealer, so I actually need to put it in my concealer tub instead of putting it in the foundation part because it is quite light for me. The next colour up was a bit too dark for my skin, but yeah, I do really like this, so I am going to keep this one and add it to my concealer tub. And then finally, this is a Mineral Magic foundation powder. This is what it looks like. It's basically got all these little coloured dots in amongst the foundation powder, which is meant to conceal any sort of discoloration on your face and also provide a full flawless coverage. It doesn't say anything on the back, but that is what it's meant to do with all the different colours. But I used it once and I was really disappointed in it. It didn't really give me like a flawless foundation finish. It didn't do anything. It didn't give me any coverage at all. Like, hopefully you can see on my hand that it's not really doing anything. And it was about £9, so that was disappointing. I'm going to try and keep it and use it as like a powder for my foundation and see if it sets it well, and if not, I'm going to end up getting rid of it, but I will keep it just now. So here are all the foundations that I am chucking out. All of them, I'm either giving them away or putting them in the bin. So that is 11 foundations decluttered, and these are the ones that I'm keeping. There's 11 foundations plus my 2 shade adjusting drops. So I think that that was a pretty good goal, considering I felt like I didn't want to part with anything. So I'm definitely going to show these other guys, like these ones here that I've not used. Try the Lottie one again. I'm going to show them some love and see if I can start changing up my foundation routine. I have these tubs from IKEA. I'm really not sure what they're meant for, but basically I just cut off this side here and this side here so that they would fit nicely into my makeup drawers. You will see that in my makeup collection video, which will be coming really soon after I declutter all of my makeup. So I'm just going to add all the foundations in here. And I'm going to put my whitening drops in there. I'm going to put this one in my contouring tub because I just think there's no way that I'm ever going to be able to use this to darken up my foundation. It always goes grey. So I'm just going to add it to my contouring, so I'll start playing about with like liquid contour. And then I'll put these two in my everyday foundation drawer. Next up, I'm going to do concealers as well in this video because foundation and concealers kind of go hand in hand. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of concealers at all. I don't even know if I'll get rid of anything. First one, this is my e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer. Really like this. It's very full coverage like it says. It does crease a little bit. So if you were wondering about this, it does definitely crease. You do need to set it. So I am still going to keep it because I do really like it, especially on spots. It hides spots really well. This is also another really good full coverage concealer. This is from Kiko Milano. It is their full coverage concealer. That's actually what it's called, in the shade number 2. Again, this is a really good one for covering any blemishes, red marks, spots. The same colour as my skin tone, so it's not really like a highlighting concealer, but it is very good. So I'm going to keep that. Really, what am I even going to get rid of? This is my e.l.f. Corrective Concealer Palette. I don't use it often because I don't usually colour correct, but when I need to, this is what I gravitate towards. So I'm going to keep that. I always use my Freedom Pro HD concealer. I got this about a month ago and it's almost finished already. Can you see how skinny it is? Because I use it every single day. So I'm going to keep that as well. Obviously I'm keeping my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I used this in a recent tutorial and I said that it smells so much like paint. Does anybody else know what I mean by that? It really is quite stinky. Oh, there's hairs everywhere. But it's a good concealer, so I'm definitely going to keep it. And it was a lot of money as well. Oh, here's something I can get rid of. This came in a beauty prescription. This came in a beauty subscription box is what I meant to say. This is the Mustave? How would you say that? Mustave? I'm not even sure, but that is More Than Makeup Spot Eraser in the shade number 5. Now I don't know about you, but I would never use a hard pencil. Like, can you see how rough that is drawing on? I'd never use a hard pencil to cover up a spot. Spots are usually quite sore and yeah, I'll never ever use that, so I'm going to get rid of this. This is the Freedom Camouflage and Correct Paste. This is in the shade green. I use this to cover up spots, as you can see, or redness under my nose, anything like that. So I'm going to keep that. These are my 2 Last Imperfection concealers from Collection. They're in the shade number 1 Fair and number 2 Cool Medium. They're really good concealers. If you watch any YouTube videos, you'll know that these are very well loved. So I'm going to keep these as well. Guys, I've literally chucked this one thing out so far. This is actually a testing concealer. I'm signed up to a little testing thing via just the internet, and they sometimes send me products to review and to test before they go on the market to be sold. So you don't ever know like what the brand is or anything, but this is just an illuminating radiance pen. Meant to use it by the end of April anyway, but so I am going to chuck it out, but it's just a little bit too pink for me. Usually when there's illuminating products, they always look a little bit too pink on my skin tone, so I am going to chuck this one out. I have my air-based concealer wheel, which I use all the time. I've had this for like 2 years now and it's still really good. This is a definite must-have. If any of you are looking for an amazing concealer wheel, the highest recommendation goes to this. It's got so many shades in there. And the last concealer thing I've got is this palette from Makeup Revolution. It's the Ultra Cover and Concealer palette. This is what it looks like, and to be honest, I've not used this in ages. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I have used this. It was probably like one of the first things that I ever got from Makeup Revolution. I don't know why I stopped using it, so because that looks really nice for under the eyes. I know they've brought out a new concealer one that's like the Camouflage palette, which will probably be much better quality than this because they're always improving their quality. I don't know, from swatching it I think maybe I didn't use it because it wasn't as full coverage as I wanted, but that one looks really good and it dries down kind of powdery as well. I'm going to give this another go. I'm maybe going to put this in my everyday makeup drawer. If I don't like it, I'll give it away, but if I do, then I'll hold on to it. So really, I'm only chucking out these 2 concealers. I knew I wouldn't be chucking out a lot anyway because really I've not got a lot to start with. At least I chucked these 2 out anyway. Now I have a little tray in my dressing table drawer that I'm going to add all these to, but I am going to pop this one in my other drawers with my foundations. That's my everyday makeup drawer.
Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Make sure to enter my makeup giveaway by clicking the link in the bio, and I'll see you on Sunday with another video.